Today's guest is a country music legend. He's got 6 gold and platinum albums. He's a Louisiana boy. He's got so many hits. Every Light in the House. You're gonna miss this. That honky tonk, but don't get. He's on a special 30th anniversary tour right now. I've been a fan for a long time, man. I had a blast with the one and only Mr. Trace Adkins. I was just looking at what was that? I was seeing a commercial the other day. It was for, was it Pogo stickers or something? See if you can find something. It's like a Pogo. I
didn't have a Pogo stick.
Yeah, this is it. Extreme Pogo Athletes. This was, what is it?
Wow. That's insane.
That's Pogo stick. And did they have that? Y'all have Pogo sticks when you were a kid? Any toy you remember?
Not like that. That's crazy. No, ours it had like an old shock absorber spring on it. I mean, I didn't have one, but I remember seeing them when I was a kid. That's like supercharged.
Oh, yeah. That's for somebody that's trying to probably make their own power at home or whatever. You know, you got 4 kids out there in the yard just pogo sticking, you know, so you can watch an episode of As the World Turns.
Yeah, charging your batteries.
Yeah, dude. So you can be sitting inside watching Unsolved Mysteries or something. That would have been something you maybe would have seen nowhere. Yeah, I'm trying to think of toys they had when I was there any toy you remember growing up, Trace? I'm just trying to think.
I remember when I got a gas-powered little car for Christmas one year, and it had a little gas-powered motor on it where you had to mix the gas and everything. It was like a tiny little motor on it, and it had a propeller on the back of it where it would propel the car, you know. But, I mean, I guess my old man didn't know you really needed to have like a lot of concrete to have this car because it wouldn't run in the yard. You know what I'm saying? And we had a gravel driveway, so it didn't work at all. But I thought, man, yeah, nowadays, I mean, that thing was dangerous. It had a propeller on the back of it, and there was no guard or anything.
And it took real gasoline?
Yeah. Well, you had to mix it up.
What?
With something else. Yeah. You crank that sucker up, man. You know, it cut your finger off.
It looked like it was.
Like that. Just like that, man. That was the car. It was that green. I remember that.
It says high performance prop driven racer.
Yeah.
Super action on free runs, roars around on tether. Not sure what that means.
You had a string on it, and you could just stand, and you'd just go in a circle. You'd stand still, and it'd just go in a circle.
Oh, hell yeah. Damn, I can't believe you had to mix your own gas for that thing.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they entrusted kids. There was definitely some things that they were too entrusting. There was one that had lawn darts, I remember. And
lawn darts, yeah.
Them bitches got recalled.
Well, you don't want to give drunk rednecks long darts.
Yeah. I think what happened was there a lawn dart recall?
Well, I think the general public probably just at some point went, we're not buying our kids that anymore.
Yeah, we got one. Yeah, you got a kid who's got.
We got one kid left, and we've lost 2 from lawn dart mishaps. So
yeah, you got a daughter with 2 new dimples all of a sudden. Metal-tipped lawn darts were found to present an unreasonable risk of death or serious injury, and that's on Perplexity right here. About 6,100 people were sent to the emergency room in the 1980s. Wow, that was it, man. I remember also they had something. Was it called Tugger? This was an animal thing. And you were just going down memory road here a little bit. It was Tugger. Can you look it up? It was a dog. See if they have a. Oh, that's a dog there.
Hmm. Oh, I see.
Look at this. I mean, that's
weird.
It's a bit much because, I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. Look at this shit. I mean, dude, look. You'd see some real creepers grabbing them, I think. You'd see a guy walking 4 of them and he doesn't have any children or whatever. That's when it's a bit much. Yeah, Tugger, that was it.
No, I never saw that one.
Tug my sock, that was his motto or whatever. Yeah, play that. That's crazy.
I remember one year the most ridiculous thing my mama did was bought us all 3 pair of boxing gloves. I had 2 younger brothers, and so one Christmas we all got a pair of boxing gloves, and that was bad.
Yeah.
That didn't work out well.
What was your record?
I was undefeated until my old man, I remember my old man came home from work one day and I was on my knees and I had one glove on. And then my baby brother, he was 10 years younger than me, and he had on his little gloves. And so I'd let him hit me a few times and I'd knock him down, And then my old man was like, he came walking down the hall and he had my other brother's pair of boxing gloves on. He said, "Get up, boy, and put that other glove on."
Nuh-uh.
I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like 18 years old in good shape, and I was like, I'm about to wear you out. And I just remember crawling down the hall to my bedroom. I couldn't stand up. He knocked me out so good.
He had that man strength on him.
Oh, man, he just, because I was going to hit him in the gut because I knew he'd be soft. And so I went under and he just hit me right between the eyes. And I remember my mama screaming, "Aaron Doyle, you killed him. You killed him."
Hang on.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that was it for the boxing glove.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good toy. I remember we grew up by this guy. He was like an Elvis impersonator, but he didn't really want to be. But he had broke his hip in some type of deal. He'd broken his hip or his leg, and they'd set it in cement. He'd had some locals set it. And so when they broke the cast off of him, they broke it with like a ball peen hammer or something. They broke his leg in another place when they broke the shit off. So his leg was bad, man.
Elvis impersonator, but he didn't really want to be.
Well, yeah, and this is what happened. Sorry, I think I started the story in the middle, but so he ended up having that. Like he had that.
Oh, he was an Elvis impersonator after he broke.
Yeah, because he ended up getting this at TikTok.
He had that Forrest Gump thing.
Yeah, he had that the thing.
He didn't want to show Elvis how to dance, but he did.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that. But you ever see that thing like on a rich guy's desk that moves back and forth and keeps time or whatever? He ended up getting that TikTok in him a little bit. And so he ended up everywhere he'd go, people started calling him Elvis, and so he started impersonating him. But I can't remember what that story was about.
Yeah, where were we?
Oh,
Christmas stuff.
Yes.
You want to talk about Christmas for some reason.
Yeah, one night I was walking by their house one night, and he was making his son he was trying to make his son like a shirt out of wood. And I remember thinking they really gone off, Yeah. It was just like different times. People are always using wood for different stuff in our town. But anyway, sorry, I got a little bit lost there. But Trace Adkins, man, thanks for coming by, man.
It was on my way. I didn't have to go far out of the way.
Well, it's good to see you, man. I know we've been talking about it for a little while, man, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
Dude, one thing that we talked about last time I saw you, I think it was 2 times ago, that your mom was a mayor. Your mom's a mayor. We're both from Louisiana. And your mom's a mayor in Sarepta?
Sarepta, yeah.
Sarepta.
She's still the mayor.
How's she faring as the mayor?
Nobody else wants to do it. Nobody else. I mean, it's one of those little towns that, it's just not a lot going on around there anymore once the mill shut down and everything. It's just not a lot happening. So the population decreases every year, so she's trying to hold it together best she can, but nobody else wants the job. It's there's not that much to do.
What kind of issues you feel like is she dealing with? Does she even relate any of that to you?
She just writes a lot of letters to people to clean their yards up.
Yeah.
That's what she does. I swear, man. She's always writing people letters. Your yard looks bad. You need to clean it. She wants everybody to clean their yards up.
I mean, hey, it starts with that kind of with making your bed or whatever. Dude, I got a freaking letter one day here from Neighborhood Watch. They're like, you haven't been doing your shift. I'm like, I didn't know we had a neighborhood watch, and I'm like, I haven't been doing my shift, and my shift was Saturdays from like 1 to 4 in the afternoon. I'm like, that's I'm usually trying to enjoy. That's when I kind of will enjoy myself on the weekends. But I'm like, bitch, I didn't know we had a neighborhood watch, and I don't think y'all want me out there because I forget what side I'm on. I start going near people's houses or whatever. I forget what team I'm on, brother.
And that's a volunteer thing too, right? So
yeah,
or they just volunteered you.
I think that's just the way it is now.
I mean, I don't recall volunteering to take a shift.
Yeah. That's what I said. And I was like, well, I don't even know, I didn't even know. And I was like, I wrote back, do we have a uniform or anything? And they wrote back, ha ha, like in caps. I'm like, bitch, don't, I don't know. It just kind of like, I think it was.
You were asking a serious question.
Well, yeah, I don't want.
Don't I get like an orange vest or something?
Dude, yeah. Don't I get a damn merit badge on a hat or something? Because what I don't want to be is wandering around somebody's yard saying I'm neighborhood watch and they don't have any, you know what I'm saying? They've never heard about it.
Sure you are.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get popped off, so. How's Sarepta changed since you were there? Before you answer that, actually, what does Sarepta mean? Can you look that up for me, or do you know?
It's a town in it's an old biblical somewhere around Israel, way back in the day. Sarepta, but they named it after an old woman named Sarepta Carter back in the late 1800s.
Sarepta, Louisiana. Yes, has got its name from Sarepta Carter, an early benefactor who donated a large Bible to the community's first church around 1868.
That's all it took to get the town named after you?
That was it.
Just a Bible. Huh. I wonder what it cost to get it renamed.
I could see it being
2 Bibles, maybe. That reminds me one thing my mama did. There was this girl got in trouble for something. I can't remember. Something to do with drugs, and so my mama she gets to play judge every now and then over these little, misdemeanor type things, and she sentenced the girl to go to Sunday school for 6 months. And my daughter called me and she was like, Dad, you're not going to believe what Mama did. And I was like, what? She said, she sentenced this girl to go to Sunday school for 6 months. And I called my mama and I was like, you can't do that. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. You can't make somebody go to church. And she said, well, I did.
Yeah. Look, that's Jay.
Okay. Oh my God, that's her.
This is my jurisdiction.
I can't believe y'all have a picture of my mom.
Oh, she's a beautiful lady. What's her first name?
Peggy.
Peggy? Mm-hmm. Adkins, does she go by? Peggy Adkins.
Yep, she's the mayor.
Thank you for your service, Peggy, over there.
Keeping it together.
Somebody's got to keep it together. And that town's changed. You said a lot. It had a mill. Did it have a mill when you were growing up?
Yeah, it had a mill about 8 miles away, but that's where everybody worked.
Yeah.
Oil field's still doing pretty well around there, but that's the only game in town. And but then, the school was what really made that town special, I thought, when I was growing up. It was K through 12 all on one campus. But then when they consolidated the schools, now all the kids have to go to another town, and they just took that campus and just made it a middle school.
Yeah.
So it's not the same anymore.
I think that happened to a lot of places over the time.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of a popular thing.
All the people moved away, and there just weren't enough kids to justify having a K through 12. There just weren't enough kids. So
yeah, I think when you start to lose little things like that, it takes away something.
It did.
Takes away some tradition.
It did. It had that little charm about it because all the kids in town went to that school.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just the whole community was always behind the school, supported the school at every ball game and all that, but then that went away, and they're, sad.
Yeah, a lot of things started to kind of change like that. I wonder, do you think that was like a financial choice that towns made, or was it like?
Well, there just weren't enough people, man. Once the mill shut down, people started leaving. So, it's decreased. The population has decreased pretty much every year since that happened.
Yeah.
Decades ago. It's a
lot of towns like that in this country.
Yeah.
when a lot of business went away, man. When we go out touring, I'm sure you've seen it over the years. You go by places, and some places it's, they're trying to redo the downtown. Like Amarillo, I was surprised that downtown. Like, I'd always heard about it in country music. And I went there, and there's some things that are coming back in it. And it's a night. There's structure there, but it just doesn't have. It's just missing like a. You can see like an energy that once was. In a lot of places. Shreveport's the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, I've never spent a lot of time in Amarillo, but yeah, Shreveport, the casinos have helped, on the river. Bossier City has really prospered more than Shreveport has. I think in the very beginning, Bossier Parish was a little more receptive to the casino stuff than Caddo Parish was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, dude, I remember learning about the parishes growing up in Louisiana, and that was fun, man. Yeah,
Louisiana's still it's the only state in the country that's still under Napoleonic law. I mean, they practice Napoleonic law as much as they can.
I wonder what are some wild things that happen under Napoleonic laws. You see if you can bring that up.
I don't know, man.
Because it used to be, I would hear a rumor like if you lost a thumb or something, during employment, that was $25,000. There wasn't any lawsuiting, and there wasn't any. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
You had a justifiable rate. If you lost a whole leg now, we're talking $80,000.
I always thought
if you were long-legged.
Per joint. Like a whole finger was like maybe that, but then if just this, then it was not as much if you just cut it off here.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
it was per joint.
But then you'd have some drunk guy who was late on his rent or something just chopping one off just to catch it,
Yeah, I could see that.
But I guess that's fair. Louisiana's civil law system, the most notable and practical highlights. Louisiana is the only state that practices forced heirship, a concept rooted in the Napoleonic Code. If a person dies with children aged 23 or younger, a specific portion of the estate must legally go to them.
Oh, so you can't even write your kids out of the will in Louisiana, I guess.
Dang.
I moved for that.
Yeah.
No buyer beware. Oh, wow.
What does that say? No buyer beware. In standard common law states, real estate sales operate under caveat emptor, which means buyer beware. Because Louisiana follows European civil law, the burden is strictly on the seller to disclose known defects and potential issues prior to the sale. I like that.
Yeah, that ain't bad. They should do that everywhere, man.
Feels fair. What about if you lose a limb or something, if you get a rebate on it?
I don't know.
Get into that.
I got that, but they put it back on.
Oh, you're missing something?
No, I cut my little finger off, but they put it back on and just fused all the joints together because it didn't work anymore. So
can you straighten it or not?
No, it's fused like that. Because he asked me how I wanted it. And he said, "You want me to put it straight or?" And I was like, "No, man." I said, "Put it like in the sus position."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Sus position?" I said, "Yeah, playing guitar, because at least I can, if you put it straight, you might as well just cut it off. It's going to be useless. But put it like that, and I can still play a little guitar. I can't reach up the neck with it anymore.
But a B sharp, it'll help, huh?
I can't reach with it, but
Dang.
And piano playing, I mean, it's really bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe you could rattle off some Christmas carols with that bad deal. But is that true though? You had it set up like that?
Yeah. Dang. He asked me how I wanted it before he fused the joints.
You're like almost like it's a little bit of Pinocchio, that's wild, dude. Yeah, I wonder what I would get in my hand, say if they had to have it. I'd probably get these down and this one up, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Just in case they ever come around asking me to do that neighborhood watch again, dude. But that's wild. That's one of the wildest stories I think I've ever heard, bro, that you thought about that in advance. You said, well, look.
I had plenty of time to think about it because I cut it off. I was working offshore, so it took them 6 hours to come get me and fly me back to the beach to go to the hospital. So
that was before you were doing music?
I was playing guitar, That was the first thing I thought when I cut it. It was like, oh, man, I ain't going to be able to play guitar anymore.
You were wrong.
Well,
thank God.
I'm not very good, but at least I can still use it a little bit.
So you worked on oil rig? Was that like, because that's kind of a Louisiana job. That's something I forget about, dude. When I got out of school, you'd hear like some guy, if he was kind of lucky, he got a job out on the rigs. He was going to do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah, that's kind of my first wife's uncle worked offshore. He was a superintendent for Texaco. And he got me a job working on a drilling rig for Global Marine.
Was it a pretty good gig? Like, do you remember enjoying it when you went out there? Like, what was that like?
I loved it. Yeah, I worked in the oil field for 10 years. 6 years I worked offshore on a drilling rig, and I enjoyed it.
And when y'all hit oil, would people lose it and just be like beating their hat against their knee and stuff like that? Like you see,
man, that never happened. You know, it wasn't like that anymore.
Were y'all having a good time out there? Like, would you play music at night for the gang?
I'd go up to the wheelhouse and, try to write, and they would start coming up and wanting me to do Haggard tunes or whatever, Hank Jr. and stuff like that. But by the time I was working out there, those wildcatting things that you see from the movies back in the day when they'd hit oil and it'd just blow out, wasn't like that anymore.
People catch it in their mouths and shit.
They had it dialed in, so very, very seldom did we take a kick.
That sucks, man. It almost takes the fun out of it because some of the fun would be running under and letting that shit hit you. I remember I used to work on I worked on a soybean farm up near like Faraday, Louisiana. Up near like right across the river from Natchez. And sometimes this fertilizer rig, I'd be sitting there filling up like one of those big balls that's on it with fertilizer. And I'd forget the fertilizer was going in there. And so I'd be sitting there just daydreaming or whatever, just kicking dirt or just, I don't know, listening to country music. It would just be top 40 out there all the time and I'd listen to it. And that spray rig would just start, it would just right off the top, just geysering out. And it would be like bad chemicals, fertilizer. And just flying pretty high voltage, shit pouring all on you, getting in you. And it was hot sun. So finally I'd get over there and turn it off. I'd be like, oh, damn, because I was so absent-minded. But then you're standing in the hot sun with this fertilizer on you, man, and that shit would just, God. I couldn't get body hair to grow around my neck or anywhere near some of my glands for probably 18 months, I would bet. I thought I was going to turn into a damn turnip, They're going to put me in a little chair or something, a little baby seat.
I used to have dry spots on my hands from sometimes when we would complete a well, which was very seldom. Usually we just drill one and move on to the next location, drill another one. But sometimes they'd want us to stay and complete it and test the well. And so when you completed one, you'd have to displace all the mud and put calcium chloride or zinc bromide or something like that. And man, I worked derrick, so it was my job to make sure all that stuff was mixed up right. And if you got it on you, it was nasty, man. And it'd eat you up. All your skin would peel off.
Really? Damn. Summer adds up fast. A trip here, a dinner there, a couple concerts. Makes you wonder, are you getting the most out of your money? That's where Chime comes in. Chime is changing the way people bank. They're not like traditional old banks who charge fees and gatekeep rewards. Nope. Chime offers the most rewarding, fee-free banking, all with no overdraft fees, no monthly fees, no minimum balance fees. You get 5% cash back on Chime Card in a category of choice, like gas or groceries, all while building credit through regular, everyday spending with no credit check. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free with America's #1 choice for banking. Head to chime.com/Theo. That's Chime, CHIME.com/Theo. Sign up now. It only takes a few minutes. Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services and Chime Card provided by Chime's bank partners. Qualifying direct deposits required. Terms and limits apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details. Hey, business owners. You didn't lose that client because of bad luck. You lost them because nobody picked up. They called, it rang out, and 30 seconds later they were talking to your competitor. Dang. Every unanswered call is money walking right out the door. At some point, you got to stop leaving money on the table and say, let's fucking Quo. Today's episode is brought to you by Quo, spelled Quo, the business phone system built so you never miss a call. With Quo, all your calls, texts, and voicemails live in one place, so anyone on your team can pick up a conversation, see the full history, and respond fast. Set up in minutes on any device, keep your existing number, and add teammates as you grow. No IT, no hassle. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free, plus get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/Theo. That's QUO.com/THEO.
What's up, Gary?
Oh, that's a little dog, huh?
Yeah, it's Victoria's dog.
That's a beautiful dog.
His name's Gary Busey.
His name's what?
Gary Busey.
Is it?
Yeah.
How'd y'all choose it?
Because I was pulling a float in a Christmas parade in our little town we live in. And it was for a pet shelter that Victoria volunteers at. And she came running up to my truck and had this little bitty dog. And she held him up to the window. And at the time, he had like his baby teeth and his grown teeth had both, because he had like 2 full sets of teeth. And she brought him up to the truck and his teeth were sticking out and he had that blonde thing sticking up on top of his head. I said, that dog looks like Gary Busey. And so we took him home that day and that's his name.
They do have similar kind of hair structure or whatever.
Yeah. But he's lost all his teeth now, so he doesn't look the same.
Oh, has he? I haven't seen Gary in a long time.
If you put their pictures side by side, they look exactly like.
They should put a dog collar on Gary Busey the man, just so people
a leash.
Or yeah, just to, you know what I'm saying? I think all of us at certain points in our lives should have a collar on with our mother's information on it.
Oh my God, that's not a real picture of him, is it?
Is that Gary? Someone said he was delivering pizza somewhere.
Is that real? Oh my God.
That could be him, or that could just be any guy from Maine. So I think that could go either way, man.
That's unfortunate.
No, I think he looked pretty good. How old is Gary Busey, though?
He's got to be late 70s, I'd say, probably. At least.
82.
82, wow, okay.
I got to go back and watch some of his work, man. He's a talent that I sometimes forget about.
A lot of people have.
He's a talented guy. I know he was doing like a lot of TikTok. He was doing like a lot of like Christmas cards for some like audio verbal Christmas cards.
Those things.
Yeah, I saw a couple of them. They were pretty cool. I thought one of them was kind of wild though. What was it?
I think he'll do anything if you'll send him some money. He'll read anything for you.
Yeah. Oh, this might be it. Let's see it. Let's see that. Is that a video that we can see?
I'll do that too.
Here we go.
People don't ever ask me to.
Hey, it's Gary Busey, and I have got a great Christmas present for you. Listen to this. Honk! Honk! That's what a goose sounds like when they're flying. They let you know they're up there. Honk! Honk! You get a bunch of geese together. Honk, honk, honk. They're honking in the air.
Thanks, Gary.
That's awesome, dude. But I'll tell you this.
He needs to be on, National Geographic Channel, with that kind of insight to the wildlife.
Dude,
that's shit we didn't know.
That's more than I've learned.
Thanks, Gary.
That's more than I've learned in a while, I think, though. But at least he still has a great sense of humor, man. I'll say that.
I don't think he was trying to be funny.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I hope he was.
Yeah. He might have been.
I've been around Gary a good bit.
Oh, you have?
He's legit crazy. Yeah.
Oh, he is. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I just see stuff and you always think it's just him being him, Oh, he had a traumatic brain injury. I didn't even.
Yeah, he had a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, I didn't know this or I didn't remember it. He had a malignant tumor from a sinus cavity as well, it said in 97. In 88, he had a motorcycle crash. So there was kind of a before him and after him type of energy. Oh, wow.
He's always been a little crazy, though.
Yeah.
But then after the motorcycle wreck, he went full blown.
Oh, yeah. That'll bake it in.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's in the ingredients then.
I love him, though. He's funny.
Yeah, entertaining guy. Did you have any other jobs, man, before you really got kind of like before you took on music full time?
Well, when I moved here, I went out to DuPont and worked out there on Old Hickory Lake at that plant out there. I worked for BENK Construction. I worked out there for a couple years before I got a record deal. Yeah.
And was that just like day to day, like what kind of stuff they have you doing? I'm a moving
pipe fitter's helper. Fitter's helper.
Oh, you worked with pipe fitting? Were you in the union?
No.
Oh, dude, my buddy freaking Corey was in the freaking union, dude.
Pipe fitters union?
Yeah, he said he was. He was always over there just drinking. He'd bring a big thermos of milk and drink it all the time on the sidelines of work. And then he'd get sick if they were out in the sun and shit. He was a damn liability. But my brother ended up hiring him because they were friends. But he's a gypsy. You know, some of those guys can do whatever. They'll spray your house and, they'll spray your driveway and tell you it's asphalt. You know what I'm talking about? If somebody show up with a truck full of nothing and be like, hey, we got a truck full of, and you don't even go look in the truck to see if anything's in it. Nothing's in it. It's just a spray rig with a little bit of paint and they'll paint it on there. But anyway, yeah. I'm trying to think.
What were we talking about?
Just jobs we had. Oh, dude, I'll tell you one. I remember they had door-to-door Italian going on in our area for a while. They had this guy, Donnie Ferrari or whatever, and he was selling door-to-door Italian food, and I got linked up with him somehow through some guy my mom was kind of dating or whatever, some guy she met at probably by a Xerox machine or something because it was in the 80s or whatever, and I ended up working for him for a while, and it was just door-to-door. We would take Italian food and try to get people to buy it, dude, and that was probably...
Well, they weren't even calling you to bring it. You were going to their house trying to sell them.
Yeah. And I was apprentice assistant or whatever.
Sorry, dude, but I'm not buying any food. You come up, knock on my door. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to say, no, man, I ain't buying no food from you.
Bro, when I show up with my little ravioli dance, bro, it would be popping out there.
Come on, man.
But dude, you'd have to give. But I will tell you this. It did help me because I was kind of an apprentice at first. And so it did help me, I think, get a little bit of that. I'm going to do something I don't want to do.
You were an apprentice for what?
Selling damn.
No, man, everybody that sells door to door is a fucking apprentice.
Yeah.
There's no professional door to door selling food.
Oh, this guy was good, brother. Donnie was pretty good. I mean, he was the best in our area. And I worked with him for probably almost 11 months, 4 months, probably about almost 7 months. But yeah, I was out there, dude. I think it did help me a little bit because we get a new, the big thing that all the ladies wanted at the time was garlic bread. And it's still what they want. It's still what they want. But I remember that was kind of probably one of the wildest jobs that I had. But when I first started listening to country music was when I was working on that farm and I would put on top 40. They'd have like Casey Kasem or something at the time. And I think that was a little more like pop. But on one day they would do, I guess it was country top. I think it was probably top 40. It might even be a day where they would do 100 songs or something, And I'd cut the tractor off and I'd stand out there and just sing the songs that I loved, man.
I remember every Sunday morning it was always a countdown.
That's what it was, then.
But it wasn't Casey Kasem. Oh, my God.
Who was it? You're right.
I can't believe that I don't remember his name. I did a bunch of interviews with him, and now I can't think of his name.
Well,
I'm getting to be that way, though, man, forgetting names and stuff.
Yeah, mixing them up. I do it. It's hard.
I know, Leo. It's terrible. I can't remember.
Well, dude, I can barely remember Donnie Ferrari, who I freaking apprenticed with.
No, why can you remember some insignificant Italian dude from back then, and you can't remember stuff from just a few days ago?
I think it's just because you go through so many neighbors with the man. You're pulling the wagon. He's pulling the wagon. You're pissed. He's pissed. Y'all are right there. But when you get to the door, you got to work together. So I think.
But you know what I'm going to remember, though, next time I'm trying to woo a lady, it's garlic bread.
Oh, yeah.
I got to remember that.
Oh, fucking, I'd warm piece up in the microwave and just freaking dab it on the sides of my neck, brother. They know what's up.
They know what's up.
But that's when I fell in love with country music, man. That's when I felt, because I would just be out there all day. And I think that's what a lot of the radio stations would play.
I used to put a cassette in and record the top 40 countdown. That's the way we always got our tunes, like, because, you know, back in the mid-'80s, I was playing in a cover band, and, you know, you needed to know a certain number of songs from, you know, the current top 40. You know, it was a big deal. You needed to know a bunch of those songs, because that's what everybody wanted to hear, was what they were hearing on the radio. So we'd cover all those tunes, and that's how we learned them. We'd just record them on a cassette off the countdown, and that's how we learned them.
When did you put together, your first album, Dreaming Out Loud, was your first album?
Mm-hmm.
How did it get to the place where you're working on an oil rig, you're playing some, and then you're playing covers, and then how do you get to that next step? Is that of your own volition fully, or did somebody come along and kind of give you an inspiration or let you, like, take me through a little bit of that if you don't mind.
Oh, God, it's just such a long story. I mean,
is it?
Yeah, I would, but it did start when I was working on a drilling rig. I'd take my guitar out there and I'd try to write, and then I met this guy out there that knew these other guys in a band in Lafayette, Louisiana. And he said, man, this time when we're off for 2 weeks, come down, I'll introduce you to these guys. So I went down there and, sang with them a little bit. And then they wanted me to go to Dallas. They had already won a local competition in the Battle of the Country Bands. And they wanted me to go to Dallas with them for the regionals. And it was going to fall on a time when I was off for 2 weeks. So I went. And we won the thing in Dallas, and then we came here for the finals, and, you know, we lost here, but that was my first taste, you know. I came off a drilling rig, and then I'm on stage at, you know, TPAC, you know, in front of all these industry people, and it freaked us all out.
You must have been nervous, huh? That's nerves.
Oh, we choked, yeah. So we didn't win. But anyway, that kind of gave me the fever, you know. So, and then a few years later, I moved up here, you know, and that's kind of how it started, and met the right people, and, you know, songwriters and some other music executives. And
that's been it.
That was it.
Man, I saw you at the Ryman a few weeks ago, dude. You have, and I hate to say this, but I just was reminded of so many songs. You know, you just kind of like, when you go watch, it kind of takes you through little parts of your life. You'll hear a song, you're like, oh, I used to kind of, that song almost becomes a champagne, and then bubbles of like memories during that time start to come up through it, you know?
There was a lot my first single, June 26, 96, 30 years ago.
And you wrote it?
I wrote it with Carl Vipperman. Everybody calls him Vip.
And was there any story behind some of that?
He was just, we were just sitting down getting to know each other, because I'd never met Vip before. But, you know, a guy I was working with, producer at the time, just hooked us up and said, I think you ought to write with Vip. He's a good dude, you know. I think y'all get along. And we sat down together, and we were just kind of getting to know each other. And he was asking me questions and asked me where I'd come to Nashville from. I told him I'd been living in Texas and playing honky-tonks out there for a while. And he asked me, he said, well, is there a girl in Texas? And I was like, yeah, a bunch of them. And he said, well, let's write that. I was like, what? That's how y'all do this? So that's what happened. And then we just wrote it.
One of my favorites is Every Light in the House, man. That song, dude,
Well, that was my first hit. I mean, Girl in Texas, I think, got to 17 or 18 or something like that.
On the charts?
But then Every Light in the House is on got to number 5.
Wow, man. Dude, that song,
and then the next single went to number 1, and the next single went to number 1, and I was like, here we go.
That song. Because I was all brokenhearted because I'd separated, my girlfriend and I went separate ways because we were his boyfriend and girlfriend, and then I was going to school in Arizona. She was staying in Louisiana. Not to make your song about me, but that's what was going on. And I think I ate a bunch of mushrooms or something. I was saying goodbye to her at this gas station, and I didn't know these mushrooms were really going to start hitting. And they had a lot of oil spots on the ground. and just from
Well,
cars.
it's a gas station.
What's that?
Yeah, it's a gas station.
Yeah, so it's a gas.
In Louisiana.
Yeah. So a lot of oil spots, but the mushrooms was kind of getting my brain. It started massaging my brain a little bit and really touching my brain stem. And then I saw all those oil spots started moving. I thought they were roaches because Louisiana, we also have a lot of roaches. And you'll see somebody, that's high just stamp the hell out of a damn oil spot. But yeah, I started freaking out. And she got kind of scared and was like this weird, anyway, that relationship ended. But I remember just being heartbroken. I'd be out there in Arizona just listening to that song, dude. And it was just, anyway, I'm sure a lot of people.
You want to see oil spots, pull up in front of an O'Reilly's or an AutoZone.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. It's like just oil slicks out in front of those stores.
Pull up in front of my sister's house when she was married to her ex-husband, too.
Pull up in front of my house until I started making some money and got a car or got a truck that didn't just pour oil out the bottom of it. I used to put as much oil in my trucks as I put gas in them.
Well, hell yeah, you did. You did it with your first toy as a kid. No wonder that shit made sense, bro. That was just a predecessor to what was going to go on. Dude, you remind me, I had this 86 Jimmy or something it was called, right? I think it was a Chevrolet. It was 86, maybe Chevy, something like that.
GMC Jimmy?
Yes, GMC Jimmy, man. I would always fuck up. I would tell people it was a Chevy, and I'd get Chevy parts for it, and they wouldn't fit it or whatever. But something was broken on it, and about every 80 miles I had to pull over, and I headed out to Arizona, driving out west for my first semester of college. Dude, I must have stopped, I can't even tell you, 90 times I had to stop, let it cool down, and then keep it cruising. It was kind of like that brown one. It wasn't that nice. It was something different. Oh, it was a Blazer. It was a Chevy Blazer.
Chevy Blazer, yeah, not the GMC Jimmy.
No, and the seats were flammable.
But you could use Chevy parts on a GMC.
That was it right there, dude. And you had to hold the
chick magnet.
Oh, dude, it was some chick.
And that your girlfriend left you, and you were driving that sweet ride. What's wrong with that bitch?
You're right, dude.
You know what? She's probably with some low rent dude now, man, driving around in a Corolla or something.
Yeah,
she could have had that.
I know. Well, look, every now and then I'll send her an email and say she missed out.
Toyota ain't one of y'all's sponsors, are they?
No.
That's good.
No big company like that would sponsor us. But yeah, dude, that vehicle right there to pull over. And dude, the whole back of the vehicle, even for a while, was antifreeze because that's what I needed the whole time. So I couldn't even have guests come in the car because it was full. I'd be sitting there. Sometimes I'd have 20 bottles of antifreeze in there. And I'd have to use them all, pull over and use antifreeze and water. But if you just use water, it would burn off too quick. But man, sometimes the car got so hot, I'd have to step away from it for a while. You know, and I'd go walk or go sit in the distance and write a poem or something.
Sit in the distance.
But that bitch was hot, dude. I don't know if they allow cars to get that hot anymore, but yeah, dude, that was unrequited love. I found out it's
Where'd
called.
you go to college?
I went to University of Arizona at first.
Oh yeah.
And
how'd you do that? I mean, why?
I just wanted to do
way off and out there in the desert.
I wanted to do something different.
Well, you went. Desert's different from Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something different. But I came back after one semester and went to LSU. And then
I don't like the desert.
Yeah?
Do you? I don't like the desert.
You know what? There's a moment in the day I really like it. You know, right around that. You know what I like?
Daylight?
Yeah. Daylight, yeah. Or even just right at dusk.
Dawn?
Yeah. I like that. There's something nice about it. There's something that but there's something about it that it doesn't really have much of a memory, but it has like a wisdom or something. I don't know. There's something about it that I think is pretty interesting. But I didn't like it then, man. That was a tough time, but it was a good time, man. But that was when, love was just, your whole body was just made out of hormones or whatever. And you'd pet a dog and it'd give birth, It was just like, you were just that agile, just that virile or whatever. You'd spit on a tree and it'd fucking grow fruit or whatever out of it.
How many puppies you had?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's
Gary
nasty, bro.
And Gary Busey just left the room. I will say that.
Yeah.
What about is there a story behind that song? Is there a story behind that song?
Which one?
Every Light in the House.
Oh, dude, that's just when I heard it, I was like, that sounds like a hit to me, you know. And Scott Hendricks, who was producing that first record, I mean, there's some songs you hear and you just go, that's a hit.
Yeah.
There's no doubt, you know. So that was one of those no doubters.
Was there a song you wrote that you felt like had a story to it, more like that?
More like what?
That's a great question, actually. I don't know what the end of my question was.
Oh, all of them have a story, man.
Was there one, there was one, somebody said Arlington has a sentimental.
Well, yeah, of course, man. That was a very personal, I didn't write that, but it was just such a personal thing that I knew who wrote it, and I knew the story behind it, and I knew who it was written about. And so before we released that song, I asked the family to come in, you know, and we played the song for them. And I said, look, this song's written about your son, so we want your blessing before we put this out. And yeah, it was a very personal thing. Everybody listened to it and cried, and we got their blessing, and so that was cool.
Wow.
And
has that family come to some of your shows and stuff?
I haven't seen the Nixons in a while.
Was it about their son?
Yeah. It was about Patrick Nixon, Lance Corporal Patrick Nixon. He was a Marine, and his dad was a Marine, and his grandfather was a Marine, and so that's where that song came from.
Amen.
Yeah. But I've written some personal ones. They all come from that kind of place, you know.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I just didn't know, because I think, you know, as a person who just like, you know, I've written a lot of, you know, love letters and all of that. And
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Love letters.
Apologies.
Well, I can imagine that, but
yeah,
I don't know about the love poems.
Yeah, I've written a lot of apologies, I think.
More apologies than love letters, probably.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd have written more love letters, you wouldn't have to write so many apologies.
That's probably the truth, right?
You were better at the other one.
Yeah. I think there might be a song in that little idea right there. That's something
I think probably one of the most personal songs I ever wrote to me was a song called Welcome to Hell. And I was really, really pissed off when I wrote that, you know. So, I mean, of course, I wrote it in 2001, you know, sometime after the World Trade Center thing, after 9/11. No, it was personal. It was very personal to me, you know.
Where did that angst come from? Was it just from that sort of thing, just from like America, like just the devastation in our country and what it felt like it did to us?
Yeah, I wrote it because I thought, you know, these guys, they think that they're going to do this kind of stuff and then they're going to end up in heaven with 72 virgins and all this. And I said, how surprised are they going to be? You know, when they end up, you know, and the guy says, welcome to hell. You know, this is, you thought you were going there. Well, no, dude. You know, this is where you're going to be. And so that's how I wrote that.
As your career's going on, has it been tougher to have inspiration for songs, or do you feel like certain songs kind of check a certain box as an artist moves through time, and then that has kind of been filled?
Man, I don't write as much anymore, but it's because I don't, that inspiration that you're talking about, every now and then you'll hear something, you know, I'll hear a phrase or just a line that somebody said, and then it rings the bell, and I'm like, oh God, that's a song. I'm gonna have to write that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's almost like it's a gift that's just given to you and you have to deal with it, you know. Like having some kind of disease or something, you know, God, I'm gonna have to deal with this now, you know. So
that's a good point, actually. Yeah, like having a disease. Because creativity is kind of a disease, I feel like, if you want to tend to it.
Yeah, you got to. You know, you have to deal with it. Dude, it comes knocking and you just got to deal with it, you know.
Dude, it's so funny. I forgot about that. I forgot that that's like how creativity happens a lot of times.
Like herpes. It's, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, neither one of us have it.
No, but I've heard that it's like, you know,
I've
it
heard.
just comes, you got to deal with it.
Yeah. I've heard it shows up like a damn
Cousins,
like it shows up like
family.
it shows up like door-to-door Italian food.
Yeah.
Man. That's how it shows
I
up.
got to deal with this guy now.
Oh, Donnie.
Trying to sell me food that his grandma cooked, you know, in her roachy kitchen.
Hey, I'll say this. I will say this. I remember we had a manicotti in May special, and that shit was popping, dude.
What was it?
Manicotti in May. Because a lot of women,
It was in May.
Well, they get so hot in the summer, they're like, I ain't cooking, you know. Well, so in our town, you give your damn kid a piece of ice or something, put a little sugar on the back of it, you know, give that to him or whatever, you know. Or just sometimes a woman just spit cold water in your mouth or something, and that count as a side item. But yeah, it was just a different time. We had a beautiful manicotti. Bring manicotti up.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Now look at that, Trace. You telling me?
Yeah.
You
like
telling
Italian
me
burritos.
You telling me a man named Donnie Ferrari with an 11 or 12-year-old kid he doesn't know shows up at your door trying to sell you that? You ain't going to get you a couple for your lady?
I don't think so, man. Not today. Not today, man. Not now. Not in this time. Maybe in that time, but not now.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, not now. That's some desperate shit. No, I'm not buying food from you, kid. Go away before I call social services to come get your ass.
We kept some of it we kept in the warmer, and some of it you had to warm yourself. But it was a good job. It was how I learned to just to go on ahead and approach people. What's the love life been like over the years, Trace? I know you got some stories from it, and I hate to lead you in like that, but sometimes, you know, a creative person, they feel love kind of deep, I feel like, you know? If your brain is kind of deep, I feel like your heart can be kind of deep as well.
I reckon I gave as good as I got.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love you as good as you love me, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got to be that kind of deal, though.
Oh,
I ain't
yeah.
gonna just love you if I ain't getting any back. I'll quit.
Yeah.
I'll quit loving you if you quit loving me.
Hey, dude, that sounds like a deal.
I mean, you know, but I'll love you as hard as you want to love me. I'll get down. Come on. I'll match you heartbeat for heartbeat.
Yeah. Dude.
Whatever.
I'm not joking, though. I swear to God, one of my past relationships, if we'd have just met one day in the kitchen and said, look, I'll quit loving you if you quit loving me, we would have both, and if we would have, because that's what we both wanted to do, we just didn't do it, you know?
Yeah. It's happened, of course. I mean, I'm on my 4th marriage now, so.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, really.
Dang. What'd you learn about him?
I think really because Blake married us, so we're not 100% sure if we're actually really married, but I think we are.
Who, Shelton did?
Mm.
Wow. Dude, somebody said he has like a sandal collection. I heard a rumor he has like a male footwear collection or something.
Sandals?
Or, yeah, men's sandals. Is that true? Have you heard anything like that?
I hope not. I'm going to stop being friends with him if it's true. Because Blake's always said you can't trust a guy wearing flip-flops or sandals.
Oh, well, maybe he's doing it on the side. Or, you know, or I don't mean, I just mean maybe he, you know, maybe he keeps a pair under his bed. I don't have any idea. That's just something that I heard. Bring that up.
Wow. That's,
Bring that up. Bring up Blake Shelton sandal rumor that we just started.
oh my God. See, he's anti.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. I was like, no, man. He said you can't ever trust a guy wearing flip-flops or sandals because if you get stuck, he ain't going to help push you out.
That is true,
He
bro.
won't help push you out. He won't help do it. A guy wearing sandals is not hardly going to help you do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to get his toes banged up, and so he's not going to help you do anything. You know, he's not even wearing shoes.
Yeah.
So he can't help anybody. He's not going to run in a house and save children when the house is on fire. He ain't got no shoes on.
Yeah, there you go.
He's worthless. He's a worthless male, you know. He ain't got no shoes on. It's absolutely worthless.
There go half of the Sigma towels out there. Then I think probably those guys.
Give a
I think.
shit.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care either. I'm just saying.
Give a shit.
Yeah, if somebody has sandals on,
I mean, it's like soccer. Come on, stop with that crap.
well, if somebody has sandals on, it's just like. Well, the worst is you will see someone, and I'll say this out loud right now, Trace. You'll see somebody with sandals on who have sunburn on their top of their feet.
They wear sandals a lot.
Yeah. And they can't do nothing now. Like my buddy Bryce.
Can't put shoes on because you got sunburn on your feet.
Yeah, if you can't put shoes on and go
your
to work
feet are sunburned.
because your tops of your feet are sunburned, then you are not. Then you definitely.
You're not helping society at all.
Yeah. Yeah, then you should be selling damn door-to-door Italian.
That's from Johnny Farrago or whatever. What his name was.
Donnie Ferrari.
Donnie Ferrari, okay. That's some made up shit anyway. His name wasn't really Ferrari.
I never saw any of his paperwork. I know he lived in city limits.
Okay. Well, then he's legit.
Bro, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, man. I know we've been trying to catch up for a while, and I've been a fan for a long time. And
I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. I've got the explosive diarrhea. You hear about that going around? Man.
Bring that up. What are they doing?
That's some funny shit, isn't it?
I mean,
you ever had explosive diarrhea?
I have not. I've had like semi-explosive or, something that, the DOT would pull you over if you didn't have the right tags on your truck. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have the right placard showing.
Oh.
I've had that. Cyclospora.
Yeah, that's the new one, yeah.
Oh,
explosive diarrhea. I've had it.
Have you really?
Yeah. Have you had a colonoscopy?
I haven't had one. I mean, I've felt around the outside.
You're going to have explosive diarrhea when you get to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fun.
I don't want that.
I shit my pants twice that day.
Nuh-uh. Same day?
Same day.
Oh.
Twice. And it wasn't like, it was totally involuntary. Of course, it was involuntary. I just don't voluntarily shit myself.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I do that.
Oh, that's when the Italian comes.
I mean, I probably have, but I can't remember last time.
Oh, yeah. Voluntarily shitting yourself, that's just a way to get out of a fight, usually.
Or church.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Even the Lord don't want you around at that point. But dude, you really
offering plates coming. I got to shit myself.
So you got this disease that happened, or what is this? Cyclospora?
No, I didn't have that. I just took all that stuff the doctor gave me the day before I had a colonoscopy.
And so you're saying you didn't have a choice if you wanted to go to the bathroom or not? It just went for you?
Well, no, it was kind of a weird thing. I thought I felt fine. I was taking all the stuff, drinking the stuff, taking the pills, the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And I was at the farm, and I was just like, well, I think I can go do some stuff. I don't feel bad, at all. So I went, and I had a little 10-foot John boat in the pond, and I was going to pull it up on the bank, and I just reached down and grabbed it. It don't weigh very much, just a little old aluminum boat. Mm-hmm. I reached down there and grabbed it and pulled it and just, it was like,
damn.
I mean, really, my boots bad.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
To the top of your hat.
And so, of course, I, just went on in the pond.
You just got in the water?
Cleaned that up. Yeah.
That's the way to do it. And I'll leave your clothes in there.
And I thought, well, okay, that's not going to happen again, So that's got to be it, So
what do you mean? You don't think
I went and changed clothes, and then I went to try to do something else.
Yeah.
And I had a flat tire on one of my side-by-sides, and I had it on a jack, and I was going to take the jack out from under it because I'd already changed the wheel. So got up in there, took the jack out, and then I was going to get up off the ground, and I grabbed the tailgate on that thing and pulled myself up. And when I strained just that little bit, I call that explosive diarrhea. I mean, if you make the least little, exertion, it just comes, Oh, yeah. That's explosive.
Oh, I've had some shit where you try to blow your nose.
And my wife thought it was the funniest. That woman laughed at me all day long.
She's laughing right now.
She's laughing right now because she loved it. She thought it was the funniest thing in life, man, seeing me soiled like that,
God.
And just...
That bums me out.
She professed a deeper love for me than ever before, because I guess I was at my most vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what they say.
She thought
They say a vulnerable man attracts a woman.
I was attractive that day. Super attractive, man. I was drawing them like flies and flies.
Dude, I remember
Green flies.
I remember one time I was on something. I think I was on antibiotics, and I'd also been using a lot of Tabasco or Frank's Red Hot. And
Had to clap.
oh no, I don't know. No, nothing. I was using it on food, and I took dude. I've tried to blow my nose, just blew my ass. I just shit my ass. I didn't even want to. And
I know. Well, of course you did. Well, maybe you did.
I didn't. And
I didn't want to either.
Yeah.
And then that was it. I didn't go back outside for the rest of the day.
Yeah, you didn't go back outside.
I didn't go back outside. I didn't put clothes on again.
Oh, that's when you're really bad off.
My wife put like 4 towels down on the couch, and I just laid there for the rest of the day naked.
Oh God, that's when the devil's got your ass.
Yeah.
God. And
So I'm sympathizing with the explosive diarrhea people that have had the misfortune of being.
Yes.
I think it's the lettuce. And so last night my wife made me this big old salad, and I was like, I know what you're doing.
Just trying to make some vulnerability.
I know what, yeah, and some more. She wants to love me hard again. So she wants me vulnerable, man. You know?
God, I think we put women through so much pain, they just need to, sometimes they just have to poison us. That's what I think.
Well.
So, but I don't know. I'm alone. Anyway, is pornography causing a problem in your life? Do you find yourself watching porno for longer periods of time and having trouble stopping? Is porn affecting your relationship or dating life? Well, you're certainly not alone. Watching pornography has become so commonplace today, and oftentimes men use porn to numb the pain of loneliness, boredom, anxiety, and depression. Shame and stigma prevent men from talking about these issues and getting help for them. I want to introduce you to my friend Steve. Steve is the founder of Valor Recovery, a program to help men overcome porn abuse and sexual compulsivity. Steve is a long-term sexual recovery member and has personally overcome the emotional and spiritual despair of abusing pornography and has dedicated his life to empowering men to do the same. Steve is an amazing person, and he is a close friend of mine. I mean that. Valor Recovery helps men to develop the tools necessary to have a healthier sex life. Their coaches are in long-term recovery and will be your partner, mentor, and spiritual guide to transcend these problematic behaviors. To learn more about Valor Recovery, please visit them at www.valorrecoverycoaching.com or email them at admin@valorrecoverycoaching.com. Thank you. Dude, I'll tell you this story. So I got invited to a Randy Moss fishing tournament once, and it was up in Lake Minnetonka, Minnesota. And the night before they took you out, everybody went out. And I was out, and this was when Jägermeister was popping. Remember that? It was basically German motor oil or something that they'd fermented and they were selling here. Allegedly, that's what it was.
Tastes like Robitussin.
Yeah. Tastes like robot tussin too, dude. Tasted f***ing horrible. Tasted like you know, it just made you so angry at everything when you ate it. You just didn't even want to have it anymore. And some people would put it on their skirt steak. They put it as a damn demi-glaze. And that would blow my mind. But anyway, so I go out to this fishing tournament. I'd stayed up all night, dude. I'd slept maybe 40 minutes. And I was like, I'm not missing this fishing tournament. Roy Jones Jr. was there. It was like, this is the first time I've been around any celebrities in my life. So I got out there.
Why'd they invite you?
I don't know.
Were you a celebrity then? When was that?
No, I don't remember.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Oh, you probably went to their house selling that Ferrari stuff.
Oh, yeah. You mean the Manicotti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won them over with that, and they invited you to the fishing tournament.
Yeah, so they invited me. And now this is a true story now, Trace. And so I get over there, and dude, I definitely had adult diarrhea, right? Or young adult diarrhea is what I had. And so I get there, and we got to start catching fish. It's a fishing tournament. I've never been in a fishing tournament. I don't know what it was. I thought you go around, you see the fish or whatever, and you go back, and you wrote down how many you spotted or whatever. It was almost like a scavenger hunt. So anyway, the second I get a bite, man, I just I get a tug on the front, brother. I got a tug on the back.
And there it went.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I was getting on my line. I had a bunch in the live well, you feel me? And it was, they ended up having to just troll me hanging off the ladder on the back and with no shorts on and stuff just to wash my body. I just couldn't fish anymore. But like, you got to fish, man. And I didn't want to tell them, like, I'm going to, you know.
So you didn't tell them?
I didn't tell them.
You just bailed off into the water?
Yeah, I said, I got to hang off the back for a little bit. I got to go to the toilet.
Oh, you just thought, yeah.
But it was just.
I don't think young adult explosive diarrhea is as bad as old man explosive. That's worse, probably.
Yeah.
You know, just the fermentation.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
The recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, that recipe, yeah.
Probably much worse.
Because, as an older...
Young adult's still kind of fresh.
Yeah, shit still, yeah.
You know, your guts aren't rotten yet.
Yeah. But adult, you got that damn crock pot on you.
Ooh, yeah. Stuff is aged in there.
Oh, yeah. That's a bouillabaisse, baby. That's a French onion right there. I know I heard a story that I think, well, you told me this. I'm saying I heard a story, but you told me this. How did things fare, like with some of your first marriages? How did things, like, when you look back on your love life, what do you think maybe could have been a little bit different? I know you said that you kind of gave more maybe than you got, it felt like at times, or like you got to have both people loving just as much to make it work. But do you have any thoughts on it looking back on love? Because having 4 marriages, that's a lot of experience, you know?
Well, but it certainly doesn't make me very good at it. You know, I've got a pretty bad track record.
Yeah.
You know, so don't take any advice from me, man. I'm no authority on what makes everything great, but
did you learn anything along the way though? Like really?
Well, sure. I mean, you learn what not to do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. That was bad.
Did you take any of it to heart, you think? Because, I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the bad stuff that I used to do, I don't do anymore.
Amen. Yeah.
But
and I heard that one of your wives, I don't even know how to say this, they shot you. Is that true?
Yeah, that took it a little far, I thought. That was uncalled for. That was totally uncalled for. Just leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's a true story?
Let's just call it quits. And we don't have to go that far. You know? Yeah.
Do you think she shot you with the intent to take?
I don't think so, man. I don't think she even had any idea what that gun was going to do. I'd never seen her hold a gun. I'd never seen her shoot a gun. I knew she had one, but I'd never seen her use it. I mean,
yeah,
I had a bunch of guns, still have a bunch of guns, and I shoot them, you know, pretty often. But I'd never seen her do that, and I don't think she knew what was about to happen when she pulled that trigger. She thought it was a toy, you know.
Was she saying anything as she was pulling it? Was she pulling it like in a fit of anger, or was she just kind of?
She was mad, yeah.
Okay.
Wanted me to leave, and I wasn't going to leave, so that's how it went down.
How did it hit you?
She put it under my left arm, and the bullet came out under my right arm, so it went straight through.
Did you have your hands up or something like that?
I had this hand out like that, reaching for. I told her to give me the gun. She just shot me. But
what did it feel like? Like a bee biting you?
Man, I think when one is that serious, your body protects you. You just go into shock. You don't really feel anything. I just remember getting up off the floor and then taking a few steps and then going back down. And that's all I remember.
You blacked out?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So Yeah, I didn't really feel like it really hurt me, you know.
And where did it go through your body?
It went under this arm, came out this arm, so it went straight through. It went straight through my heart and both my lungs.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was a kill shot. And the only reason that I survived was because the doctor said the only reason I survived was because the bullet went through at point blank velocity, at muzzle velocity. So it didn't have time to mushroom. It was just, you know, muzzle velocity. So it just went straight through.
Oh, I see. So and after that, it would have mushroomed.
Yes.
Damn, bro. Thank God she shot you so close then.
Yeah.
In a way.
God.
I mean, that's crazy to say. Sorry. God, I'm just not good at supporting people. Like verbally, you know?
No, I don't need any support anymore. That was a long time ago.
Was the healing, what's that like when you get shot right through the heart? Oh, my God.
Well, that was the hard part. That's the part that hurt, you know, the healing up and stuff. I mean, because when I went to Vanderbilt, they life flighted me to Vanderbilt. And so when they do the trauma surgery, they just cut you and just crack you open, you know.
Could you feel any of it?
No, of course not. I was out. But so the recovery from something like that, though, man, that hurts, you know, because they don't care. They stretch everything and break stuff, and they're just trying to get you open to get to your heart to save your life, you know.
Oh, I see.
So, and thank God, you know.
Damn.
If it hadn't been for that life flight in Vanderbilt Medical Center, I wouldn't be here. But so it took a long time to recover from that. And then 6 months later, I had to have another open heart surgery because they had to put a Dacron patch over that hole in my septum because it didn't heal up. Because when they went in the beginning, they sealed the hole on this side of my heart and sealed the hole on the other side of my heart where the bullet went through, but they didn't seal the hole in my septum.
Damn.
So 6 months later, I had to go back. And that one was a lot easier, though, because they took their time and very careful.
Right, they're not, yeah, it's not, time isn't of the essence as much.
Yeah, I actually walked out of the hospital the next day.
Did you?
That one wasn't so bad.
And did did she ever apologize to you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you forgive her, you think?
I think so. I've just always felt like I don't think she meant to do it, man.
Yeah.
I just don't think that she thought it was going to hurt me. She thought I was indestructible, you know?
Yeah.
So,
dang.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
Anyway.
Did anything like that ever happen again or not?
No, I never got shot again. Mm-mm.
That's a blessing then. You got to see the blessings.
Yeah. Nobody shot at me in a while. That's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's the kind of, that's the kind of stuff we need, man. And
I guess you can always say that. You know? How you doing? Well, ain't nobody shot at me today. That's good.
And your third wife's Canadian, right?
Fourth wife, yeah, Canadian.
And your fourth wife's Canadian, yeah. Which is, maybe you got her because...
So my first wife was from Louisiana. My second wife was from Arkansas. My third wife's from Illinois. My fourth wife's from Canada. So I'm just like, my fifth wife's going to be an Eskimo.
Yeah.
You know, I just keep working on up. You know, gonna be a hot Eskimo chick.
Yeah.
You know, just, you know.
Bro, you're moving up to the Arctic, man. Well, I guess, and at least you got a Canadian because they can't even own guns, you know, because they don't have any guns. That's probably a good.
I didn't even think about that. That's a plus.
Yeah. Canadians are good, and they have great posture. Have you ever noticed that about Canadians?
And most of them are pretty polite. Not so much with my wife, but a lot of them are, you know.
Yeah, I've heard that all.
Very, very polite, and they always saying, I'm sorry. And
yeah, sorry.
You know.
Oh, I've had a Canadian come across the street. They didn't even do anything. They just said, hey, sorry, and then went back across the street. Came over just to apologize, in case they ever did anything, I guess. That's pretty cool of them. Just apologize. They'll leave.
No, I think they were coming over just, and they looked at you and went, sorry.
Yeah, that's probably right.
You know, I think that's what you mistook that for. Maybe you had wronged them in some way. I think they just felt sorry for you.
They probably could have, man. And that's what I get for buying some of those sandals from the damn Blake Shelton sandal collection.
Yeah.
That's what did me in.
Yeah. Were you wearing them at the time?
Yes, I was.
That's why they came over.
Yes, I was. Oh, man.
Knew you weren't ever going to get laid.
Yeah.
So they said,
Oh, there's
sorry.
nothing sadder than some woman invites you over and it's got to be sad she opens the door and sees those sandals on.
Just bam.
Yeah.
Unless he's carrying the cannolis from Ferrari, and then she let him on in.
Yeah. Now, every now and then we did have a dessert.
No, a little cannoli action.
Oh, it'll show up, dude. And if the women weren't interested, but they were semi-interested, we'd leave half a cannoli in a little box there on the welcome mat. You know, if they
little 11-year-old gigolo going around with a bunch of Italian food.
if they didn't have a pet, because otherwise pets would get into them. You know, you'd see Gary Busey with his damn cannoli all over his chin. You know, country music. It's big right now. Have you felt through your career that it's went through a lull, that it's been like different? Like, how have you seen it kind of?
Man, I don't think there's ever been really a lull, you know. I mean, it started blowing up, you know, right before I got signed. I think it really started blowing up in the 90s, and it's just continued to dominate as far as genres go, I think, ever since, and still going stronger than ever, you know. But, I mean, of course, you know, my career's stagnant, but the rest of it's doing great.
You've had a great career.
I have had a great career. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally content. I mean, I'm very happy, and I've had a great run. It was a great ride, but things pass you by. You know, people move on to different things. You know, and I'm cool with that.
When you say that, like, do you mean like that? Like certain opportunities kind of come and go? Because, like, yeah, what does that mean? Kind of a little bit.
What?
Like when you say that, like, you know, that people come and they kind of go and.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not competing really competitively anymore in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not releasing singles to radio and trying to get them to play my stuff, you know, whatever, that game that we used to play. I don't play that anymore. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing the game competitively anymore. I'm just doing it for just the joy of doing it, and because I still like to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not in there crossing swords with the young guys anymore. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I don't think that you need to. Do you feel like, was there a part in your career where you felt like established enough? Because I think this is just interesting to talk about. It's like, you know, in my own career, even with comedy, it's like, you know, I've had some success, and it's been for like the gods of this career have been good to me, right? They've been good to me. And I've been treated better really than I probably ever should have been, maybe, you know? And then I guess I wonder, like, yeah, I guess it's like, I don't know. It's interesting because you can try to still like be on the gas. You can look at like, well, where am I and what's going on? What do I need? Like, I guess, are you happy with your career? Because you've had a great career.
Very, yes. Like I said, man, super happy with it. I mean, I've been able to do what I wanted to do. I recorded what I wanted to record, sang what I wanted to sing, said what I wanted to say. I've had an opportunity to do some acting stuff and had a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, man, it's great. And to answer your question about when did I felt like I was established enough? I think about probably a year or so after Badonkadonk came out, I realized I really probably don't have to put my saddle on another horse. You know, I can just ride that one on off into the sunset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just kind of knew that one was going to be around for a while.
Did you know it from the beginning after you wrote it, or was it just people's reaction?
I didn't write that, man.
Okay, got it.
But Jamie Johnson and Dallas Davidson and Randy Houser wrote that, and
Jamie Johnson's birthday's coming up,
and Jamie was singing the demo. And when I heard it, I was in Scott Henry's office. I'll never forget. And he played that song for me. And as soon as I heard Jamie's old cornbread mouth at the beginning of that, hustler shooting 8-ball, I just started laughing, you know. And it got worse from there, you know, with him singing it. It was so funny. I about pissed myself. And just to hear him do that, you know. And I told Scott, I said, "Oh my God, I got to cut that." I was like, probably I don't care. It won't have to ever get it. It probably won't ever get played on the radio, but I'm gonna cut it because that's hilarious, and it's cleverly written. It's funny as hell, and so we cut it, and didn't think any more about it.
That's crazy, and it's crazy how much that really that made it into like EDM places and everything. That made it into there was a lot of remixes that I've heard over the years. There's been a lot of stuff. I was at Jack Pine this summer camp. He played it. He played it last year. We were at this summer camp together. Jimmy John has his summer camp. We go up there, and he played that, and I had no idea that he had anything to do with writing that.
Oh yeah, man.
But it was awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's funny.
God, he's a great artist, man. He's fun to be around, him and his wife.
He's funny.
He's
a good dude.
He is a good dude. I lost a
good old Marine
bet to him on the Super Bowl, I think, or a UFC fight, something. And we had to donate to a charity. I don't remember what his charity was or something. I think might have been helping Blake Shelton with that recover from that sandal thing he went through. But that's rumors. I don't know about all that. Jamie Johnson and his wife Brittany run the Give It Away Foundation, named after his hit George Strait song.
Yeah.
The foundation supports veteran, family, and crisis charities and is funded by merch sales and a $1 donation from every concert ticket sold. Did you play at Gary Sinise's fundraiser?
No.
I know he just had a fundraiser there.
Yeah, I wished I could have been there, but I was out.
Me too. I was
on the road.
I'd just gone through some plant medicine, and I couldn't make it over there. Has there been a song that was Badonkadonk probably the most? Was that the biggest surprise for one that you cut and you were like, wow?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised that it succeeded the way that it did, but then I was equally shocked whenever I thought, okay, if that one worked, then this one will work. And that's when I put out, that was the horrible brown chicken, brown cow incident.
Oh, yeah.
When I put that out. And I thought it was going to blow up like Donk did. And the radio was like, no, you've gone too far here.
It just ended up like a porn meme, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brown chicken, brown cow,
Dude, I didn't even know you started that.
Well, I sang the song, and then,
I didn't even know that, bro.
So the radio people were like, no, he ain't playing that shit. That's porn, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a nasty song, but I thought it was in the right spirit, It was meant with love. Yeah. So, I mean, they were married, these two people I was singing about, they were married.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it in the barn, that's not like illegal or anything.
No, I don't think it is.
It's just good, clean fun there.
I mean, it's fine with me. I don't know them, but now I will say this. If I'm a neighborhood watch guy and I pull up and you're doing something.
Yeah. Well, that's why we need you to wear the vest so we can see you coming. I mean, if you come up, you ain't got on your official, neighborhood watch uniform. You can't come walking up on me and Betty Lou in the barn doing our thing, man.
I agree. I'm just saying, if I pull up in your yard and you were doing something that goes against our charter.
We're doing something that goes with brown chicken, brown cow, then that's probably against your charter.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's so hard to keep
Can't be doing that out in the yard.
Well, it's so hard to keep a neighborhood safe. That's what I'm trying to say out loud. Was there a tour that you almost went on over the years and that you didn't? What is that like? Like, how is it over the years how you choose to tour and when not to tour? Because I'm at a point where it's like, touring's great and stuff, but it takes up a lot of your time. And I feel like you'll get off of a tour and you realize, wow, my life has been sort of just like little pictures, little moments here and there. And it hasn't been a real, like a streamlined thing. Did that happen to you at times and you had to kind of slow it down to make things happen in your life that you wanted outside of work?
No, I mean, I've had to take some time off, to maybe do a movie project or something like that. But as far as tours go, I never, I went on the tours that people wanted me to go on. And if somebody offered me a tour and I didn't like them, I didn't go, So, yeah, I did the tours I wanted to do. And was there any that I regretted? I probably should have done that Madonna tour when she asked way back when, because she heard me do my go-to karaoke song is Like a Virgin, and she heard me do it once and wanted me to tour with her.
Did she really?
That's all a lie. I just made that.
Oh, damn.
But I will sing that song, though, at karaoke.
I'll tell you a story.
You don't expect to hear that coming from me when I get up and bust out Like a Virgin. It takes the audience.
Touch for the very first time?
Yeah. They like that.
I bet that's probably the best part of it. Well, I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. So my grandparents would let us come up there sometime in the summer, but I was probably, after I was about 5, they wouldn't let me come up there. But one time, I went across the street to the park. They live in a small town, probably maybe 800 people in this town. I went across the street. They had a nice park there. And I went across the street, and some girl was over there, and she had a radio. She plugged it into the little outlet under the, they had a couple picnic tables under a little, like, just a steel shed kind of top. And she plugged in that radio, and she played Like a Virgin and danced on this picnic table. Some little kind of native-looking girl. I'd never seen her before, and I didn't even know. I didn't say anything, and she...
Native to the town or native...
I don't know.
Native looking.
I mean,
what does that even mean?
I don't know. I could draw a picture of her, but I don't know that much about her. But she plugged in the radio and she played
Like a Virgin.
Like a Virgin, and just danced to it. And it was just bizarre. I just remember being like, I don't know. I think it was the first time I felt anything towards a woman or whatever. I just didn't know what was going on, you know?
Little cocktail Wayne, he stood up on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you 5? You were 5?
I mean, I had, you know.
Wow, I can't remember that.
I had that wiener in me.
I can remember.
You know?
I was a lot older than 5, though.
I think I did. I don't know. Some of that could be in my imagination, Trace.
Yeah.
But now I did plug it in, and she sang that song. It was the first time I'd ever seen a woman kind of perform something like that, you know?
Mm. And how many times? Now you pay for it.
Yeah.
Now you pay to see it.
Yeah.
That was the first freebie you got.
Yeah, they were baiting
now you
me,
got
man.
to put money in their drawers.
That whole thing. That whole thing was a big bait and switch, man. That's what it was, man. You've gotten to play with a lot of legends over the years, as a legend like yourself does, man. And are there some? Did you ever get to play with or see Jerry Lee Lewis play?
No.
Before your time.
Well,
He still plays some. Does he still play? Or he passed away. He finally passed away.
Yeah, but man, he lived a lot longer, and he lived longer than Keith Richards.
Yeah.
You know,
He kept on living, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I didn't see him. I never got to see Johnny Cash. I did a show with Waylon, and I actually got to sing with Haggard and Ronnie Millsap and Buck Owens and some of those guys that I just revered and, you know, just put on that pedestal, you know, and I actually got to sing with them. And so, man, that was unbelievable. Just those surreal moments that I'll never forget performing with those guys. So yeah, I've got to be a fan, and that's what I am. I've always been. I've been a country music fan.
Yeah.
I still am, you know. And those opportunities that came along were just priceless.
Who's that photo right there?
George Jones. Gosh, I love George. Yeah.
Was he a pretty neat guy to be around?
George usually didn't have a whole lot to say, man.
Mm.
I'd go over to his house and watch TV, and we'd sit and watch TV.
Yeah.
We weren't talking.
Yeah.
No, we just watched TV. You
Yeah.
know? George would want to watch a ball game or a movie or something. That's what we'd do. We didn't talk.
You remember doing some of those early mornings? Like I remember I used to work as a tour manager for an artist for this guy, Josh Kelly, and his brother Charles is a musician as well, Charles Kelly. And I worked with Josh for a while. He would go play at all the radio stations in the morning to push his single. So I was just working as just a tour support, you know, for him. So it was just me and him traveling around the country. He was pushing this single that he had that did well. And And I just remember those mornings at those radio stations. You'd be like, we're bringing in lobster. And they'd have like lobster at like 5:55 in the morning, dude, which is like not a good time to put lobster into your system. And also they'd have donuts. It's like donuts and lobster on the Waz or something that has like some crazy radio shit, you know, like we're giving away a free bass boat or whatever, you know, and it's like, who can eat the most lobster, you know? Remember that kind of shit?
Those morning shows, oh my God, when you're trying to, it never ceased to amaze me. And I would bring it up every now and then and they would just blow it off because I'd be like, let me tell y'all something, okay? Let me say this on behalf of everybody that sings. We can't do it well at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's an impossible thing to do. And you expect us to come in here and do it and be good, and it's not going to be good. I'm just telling you, it's not going to be good. And nobody's going to do it well at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's why we do shows at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. That's, you know, got to wake up, you know, have a few cups of coffee.
Trace Adkins goes good with lobster.
I never went and had lobster at a morning show. You must have been in Maine or somewhere.
No, dude, this was some place. We got 40 pounds of lobster coming in, and they would have like car washes and lobster, but it was always you know what I'm saying? There was always some rigmarole, like we got hot air balloons and lobster or whatever. And it would always be some kind of shit. And you're like, what in the fuck am I getting involved in? Like, because comedians, we had to go there too. Like, so it would be crazy that I went on this tour with Josh. We probably went to 100 radio stations around the country. Like, it was a couple months of him going. He'd play the single. I'd bring in some coffee. We'd sit there, you know, and then we'd drive to the next place. And it was great, man. I felt lucky to have the job. I was getting to travel around the country. But then 10 years later, I'd be there doing it with comedy, you know. Doing it as a comedian, going in to the radio station. You'd have to go in early, you know. You'd have to be in there and like, you know, you have to be funny on the radio at, you know, at 6:40 a.m.
I know.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like.
And we'd see y'all in the lobby.
I've always thought, too, like actors, like big movie stars. Mm-hmm. You know, I always thought I want to go in, I want to talk to these people and you know, tell them about my new project and how good it is and what the inspiration was and blah, blah, blah and all that kind of stuff. But then just play the song.
Yeah.
Play the song on the radio the way that I recorded it in the studio. That's what we want to hear. Yeah. You don't want to hear me try to sing it at 6 o'clock in the morning. And it's like actors when they go do talk shows promoting a new movie or something. You know, the guy sitting there interviewing him, you know, at some point he doesn't go, okay, well, how about doing a scene for us from the movie? Yeah. And you know what I mean? Yeah. Can you imagine that? Leo DiCaprio will be going, excuse me?
They should have
do
to.
Do a scene from the movie.
Then they should have to.
No, show the clip. Yeah. No, we want you to do a scene. You do it here right now. Do it. And action. You know, and I mean, it's like, come on, man. But we have to go in at 6 o'clock in the morning and sing.
And we have to go in there and be funny.
And tell jokes.
Yeah. It is kind of unfair, isn't it?
I think so.
That's why they bring in the lobster. That's why they add in the bullshit every time. It was always something every time. Well, with comedians, I'd be up in there like, we're giving away a free Christmas treat and, you know, 8:30, be on the jingle dial or whatever. And we'd be sitting in there and there'd be somebody calling in asking if it's a damn Douglas fir or whatever. It's like, bitch, I don't give a shit what it is. Like, I'm trying to get in here, you know, be funny if I can and help sell some tickets, you know, and get people to know I'm in town. But I just always remember those morning radios, man. That stuff was
I do too.
That stuff was a haul. And it was also great.
A bunch of times.
Same, man.
Yeah.
I did it so much. Dude. But sometimes you did get to know a place a little bit better. Sometimes it would get me out of bed in the morning. I think there was blessings to it. What do you think you've achieved all your goals with entertainment? Like
man, I did way more than I ever thought I would do. You know, I mean, this whole thing was like, I would never have allowed myself to dream that big. You know, I think I'm a realist in that respect. I wouldn't have allowed myself to dream that I would have this kind of career and get to do this for as long as I've done it. No way. So everything's gravy now.
Did that change any of your perspective about certain things, or give you did it adjust kind of how you think about life, or even how you things you talk with your kids about? Because that's pretty interesting to think that shit, life gave me more even than my dreams, you know?
Yeah.
Or that God gave it, what I'm not sure what your beliefs are, but or that's, the entities of the universe gave me more than even my dreams. That's pretty wild.
More than I think I took just a very little bit of talent and just went way farther than I should have, So,
Yeah.
Buck Owens told me one time I went to Buck's place and went to his radio station there in Bakersfield, and it was raining that day, and so Buck wasn't playing golf, and he was actually in the radio station. So he wanted me to go in his office, so he and I went in his big office there, and he locked the door and wouldn't let nobody else come in. I was sitting there with a guitar, and he'd tell me to sing this, sing that, and he said, "Sing that new single you got," and so I did it, and he was like, "Son, let me tell you something." He said, "That low note that you can sing, you need to do that on every song because that's all you got going for you." That's what he told me.
It was just some.
That's all you got going for you.
That's what Buck Owens said to you?
Yeah. And he was serious.
Yeah.
And I appreciated him for it. It's like he was, he's just go with that. Do that all the time. Do that because that's kind of the one thing you got that nobody else has. So do that, And
was it good advice?
I've done it in just about every song.
Yeah.
Hit that low note and rattle the subs and, chicks kind of get a little wiggly.
But don't. Yeah.
Can't sit still.
Yeah, look, you got a deep voice, Look, I'm not even a woman, and it makes me, want to at least make sure I have deodorant on. So,
chicks dig the bass singers, man.
They do?
Yeah.
God, I should have done it.
Been a bass singer?
Yeah, I couldn't have done it. I'd have had to get more balls added to my bag, I think. I'd need 6 balls, I think, to hit the notes you hit, man. I'd need probably 8 balls or something. Dude, you must have some. I can't even imagine hitting those. You must have some damn balls on you. It would take probably 2 hours to neuter you.
You shave your balls, or you get somebody else to do it? You don't know?
Not sure.
Oh, you're not sure. They just end up shaved. You don't know how the hell it happened. Remember Nair? When people would rub that stuff on there?
God.
Man.
Yeah, I freaking put it in my.
That stuff was painful.
Oh, that shit. Especially you put it all remember doing my legs one year. I was trying to get ready for Christmas or whatever, and I was like, I thought I was
getting ready for Christmas. You didn't want to have hair on your legs for Christmas?
Well, I knew that I'd gotten these cool Velcro pants. My grandfather had died.
And sandals.
Or yeah,
I want to get that hair off your feet before you put the sandals on. Toenail fungus is okay, but hair, we can't have that.
No, dude, I remember what happened was I got this pair of velour, not Velcro pants. My grandfather had died in them, and I inherited them. And so I was so excited about it. And I said, but the hair on my legs.
He died in them?
He died in them. He died in them. He had smoker's foot or whatever, and they cut both of his toes off, 2 of his 10 toes.
Smoker's foot is not a thing.
Yes, it is. Smoker's foot?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Tracy.
Smoker's foot?
Bring up smoker's foot.
Oh, my God. That's just straight up diabetes, man. It ain't smoker's foot.
Well, I know. He got it from watching from smoking cigarettes and watching the damn St. Louis Cardinals play. Smoker's feet refers to various foot conditions.
Oh, well. That's...
look.
That dude shouldn't wear sandals, that guy.
Yeah.
Don't even come close to a pair of sandals.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, Granddad lost those toes. And
he was wearing a pair of velour pants.
He was wearing a pair of velour pants when he passed, and so I got
Classy.
him. But I did my leg hair would gather in them, and it would come out the pants kind of. When your leg hair will come out like through.
No, I don't know how that is at all.
It would shift through the fabric. It would kind of come out through the textile or the tapestry of it.
No, I've had that happen, putting on a pair of them tight insulated underwear, but not just regular pants.
Yeah. Well, I think at the time.
Oh, they were skin tight pants?
No, they were pretty. No, they were a little bit tight at the time. I'll be honest with you. I think I was using steroids or something, so my hair was growing fast. So my body was damn. I mean, I'd give dang little Gary Busey a run for his money over there. You know, I was full. I had a lot of hair. And that's a true story. But anyway, I used to narrow my legs. But also, yeah, that shit was painful though. My legs got all kinds of like pimples and stuff on them, and just it was horrible for them. That stuff was toxic.
So we got there talking about Nair or something.
That was toxic, man. What's one of the most humbling moments? Because you know, in your career or in your life, kind of, has there been a moment that's kind of like, I guess maybe more in your career? Like, what's been a part of your life or your career, I guess, that you've kind of felt humbled by?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting question. The first time I really remember being humbled was when my first year of college, when, you know, I'd had a good, dominant senior year playing football, and then I went to college and I got out on the field with those guys. It was like, whoa. This is a different game right here, you know. Yeah, that step up in talent right there, that was humbling, you know.
And you got to pretend that it's not, I guess, out there. You can't.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, going from a year in high school when you kind of felt like the stud pretty much every Friday night, you know, and then didn't really run into anybody that I couldn't handle, you know, my senior year, and then. The toughest guy, I always tell people, like that toughest guy that I faced across the line of scrimmage my entire senior year, you get to college and the whole field's full of those guys. You know what I mean?
Especially on there, you played at Louisiana Tech?
Yeah.
That's where Terry Bradshaw played, yeah?
Yeah.
And Antonio Brown's dad played there.
Yeah, well, and then you go into the field house at Louisiana Tech, and it was just a big mural of Terry Bradshaw at the end of the building. Yeah. You know, he's a god there. You know, so yeah, that was really humbling.
Did he ever come to one of your games?
I don't remember him coming.
He should. Y'all look alike a little. I could see that.
And of course, I've been humbled since. I mean, you know, you get into this business, you gotta.
Yeah.
Eat a little humble pie every now and then, or you're not going to stick around.
Yeah, I think it's the same probably in most things. I think it's like, I don't know. I think in most parts of like entertainment probably. Comedy, there's always like somebody who's better or younger and different that comes along, you know? And I think, yeah, just making sure I stay on the side of like, oh, I think that's cool or that's awesome instead of getting on any begrudging side of it.
Yeah, you get humbled. I mean, it's, you know, you have to wake up and realize, you know, like I said earlier, you know, I had my turn, somebody else's turn, you know, and you just got to accept that. And it can be a little humbling, but you just deal with it and move on.
You said that Buck Owens probably gave you a decent piece of advice there. Was that probably the best advice you ever got, you think? Or what's a decent piece of advice that you've gotten in your life that's kind of stuck with you? Or even if you didn't follow it at the time, in hindsight, you look back and be like,
Yeah, my old man. Yeah. Keep your knife sharp and your guns loaded.
Yeah.
There are two useless things in this world, a dull knife and an empty gun. Yeah. My old man told me that. And he also said, this Christmas, I'm going to get you an anvil and a rubber hammer and see how long it takes you to tear it up. Because I tore up everything poor man had, trucks, tractors.
Did you do it for fun or you did it on purpose, you think?
No, I didn't do it on purpose. No, but I tore them all up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I tore a lot of shit up. My buddy, Jeffrey, he had some sort of issue, but he would. And we survived a gas leak at his house also. But I've talked about that. He would get upset and beat all the drywall out of the wall in his room at his house. And for Christmas, his parents would get the room redone every year and get him fresh drywall in there.
Probably if you're just sitting around smelling gas all the time.
Yeah, I never thought about that. They thought he had a damn...
It'll make you go crazy eventually if you just sit there and just keep smelling it and don't fix the leak.
Yeah, they thought
y'all survived the gas leak while you just sit there in it and, you know, okay, well, you You get a new merit patch on your neighborhood watch vest for surviving gas leak.
For reporting him.
Doing an experiment to see how long a man could survive in a gas leak. Just sat there, you and your buddy. What was his name?
Jeffrey.
Guy's name Jeffrey sounds just a little. That's just
He was doing some things.
I apologize to all the cool Jeffreys. You know what? There ain't no cool Jeffreys out there.
I mean, first of all, yeah, Jeffrey. I think Jeffrey. Your name is Jeffrey. You don't ever go by Jeffrey.
You shouldn't.
Yes.
No. I mean, once you get hair on your nuts, you go Jeff, right?
Yeah, you go Jeff
Dr.
immediately.
J. I'd go Dr. J. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd go Dr. J, boy. I'd go Big Jeff with them nuts. That's what I'd call myself. What else, Trace? What's new in your world right now? What's something that you're looking forward to?
Oh, I'm going to do another record, another country record.
Because you're on your 30th, this is your 30th anniversary tour right now, right? Mm-hmm. I came and saw it, man. It was a great show, man.
Thanks.
It was really great. We sat there, and I just didn't, you just like, you just kind of lose track of all the songs that are attached to certain people, and then you lose track of ones that just that you don't remember, and it's nice to sit there, just go through the anthology, man. It was awesome, dude.
Well, thank you. So, yeah, I'm going to do another record. I didn't know if I was going to or not after I did that last one. We did that The Way I Want to Go album and had 25 songs on it because we did that during COVID when we didn't have anything else to do. Mm-hmm. So we just stayed in the studio all the time, and ended up with 25 songs. And I thought, okay, that's it. I don't have to do another record. And then when 30 years came along and my voice is still the way it is, I thought, I guess I will do another record. And I've always been like that, I'm going to let this determine how long I keep doing this. As long as I can still sing those songs in the same key that I recorded them in, and I can still hit the licks and hit the notes and do all the things that I need to do. And I guess I'll just keep doing it, but it's kind of like it's just the old jock in me, I guess, I had to walk away from football when I just couldn't do it anymore. I was too tore up and couldn't perform at the level that I was satisfied with. But as long as I'm satisfied with my performance and I think that I'm doing it okay, and then I guess I'll just keep doing it. So I might as well make another record.
Do you feel like a calling, almost a responsibility to do that, or is it just
No.
sort of a personal thing? Like, hey, if I can do this and I do love doing it, I'm gonna keep at it.
That's kind of it, you
Yeah.
know. I'm just going to do it because I feel like I'm still good at this.
Yeah.
I feel like
Hell yeah.
I've gotten better at my craft. I think I'm better at it now than I ever have been. I don't know. My voice is still, I quit smoking and the range got better. The bottom's gotten better over the years. I mean, I can go deeper than I ever could, and that's just going to get better with age. Your voice just gets lower and lower. But I haven't lost anything on the top either. I can still hit everything, on the top end that I always could. So, hell, why not? Just keep doing it.
Yeah, shit was popping when we came, man. We didn't feel like, sometimes you're there and you feel like the artist is kind of, it's not like what you've heard,
I know. And
We didn't feel a
I
lick
don't
of
want to
that.
be one of those guys. I've seen those guys. I've been to those shows where they're still out doing it. And it's like, dude, just quit.
Yeah.
And just please stop. We don't want to remember you like this.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to say that about me ever,
What was one of the, what was like one of the toughest points in your career, do you feel like? I mean, obviously you got shot.
Well, that was way before I got a record deal. Toughest points in my career. I don't know. There was a period, there after that sophomore album came out, that sophomore jinx kind of thing. And it reared its ugly head and started biting me pretty hard. And things got, they just slowed way down. And I thought, when I first came out, that first album, 2 number 1s and platinum and, You know,
Yeah.
this is going to be easy.
You're the hot cake in town. Yeah.
Yeah, and then reality sets in.
Dang.
When you put that sophomore record out. But yeah, I wouldn't say that it was hard times, just, disappointing. I just thought that graph was going to keep going that way,
When you look back on that, do you think like it's like that you stuck to all your laurels even though you were like a young artist at that time? Or do you feel like, because a lot of times with artists you get it, like after that first album, sometimes they'll try to attach a lot of other producers and things like that can happen, and no blame or anything. I'm just thinking like, would there be any suggestions you would offer from your experience to an artist that has had some early success as to what, like, if there's any like thing you could share about that next experience that maybe you would have done different?
I don't think you should ever try to change your game to fit into what's going on now,
Yeah.
Don't do that, just be who you are and dance with the one that brung you, and keep doing that. And, it's been my experience anyway, that those fans that you had, those people that became fans of yours for what you did, if you keep doing that, they'll stay. You know, don't run them off.
Yeah. You have a farm. What y'all growing over there?
Weeds and trees.
Weeds,
Weeds and trees.
Oh yeah, that's it, huh?
Yeah, not weed.
Okay.
Just regular old weeds.
I didn't know. I don't care if you smoke it. You smoke pot or no?
I haven't in a long time.
It make me kind of nervous. Turn me into a damn haunted.
Made me so paranoid. The older I got, the worse the paranoia was that came with it, and it just finally got to a point where I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, that's how I am, dude.
And I mean, now that stuff they're growing now, I mean, that's just like acid or something. You know, people having hallucinations. And
that
stuff.
Shit's like having a fucking gas leak in your head.
Yeah, man. Like sitting in a gas leak all day long.
Oh, that new shit will just turn me into a damn haunted house, dude. I'll be doing neighborhood watch inside of my own head, brother. It gets bad,
Yeah.
This shit gets a little bit dark.
No, I hadn't done it in a while.
What's in the news? Anything we want to look at, fellas? Semi-truck spills nearly 40,000 pounds of Frank's Red Hot.
Boy, I'd pull my pickup truck there and start loading that.
Oh, God. I'd fill my pockets with that. Dude, I'd put 2 handfuls in my little sister's mouth, make her bring it home, dude. We would be storing that in our cheeks like damn recipe squirrels. Amid a brutal near nationwide heat wave, it seems strangely appropriate the spill scene on an Ohio highway. Now, I will say this. They could use a little bit of seasoning up there. Has been labeled red hot. A semi-truck leaked a strange reddish liquid on a highway near Columbus. Frank's Red Hot near a 40,000-pound shipment.
And what I'm looking at here, though, is the Jeremy Roth there, the guy that wrote the story for CNN news source. I mean, what do you think Jeremy's gig is there at the news station, right? It's like, okay, we got this shit spilled out here on the road. We need somebody to go write about it. Jeremy, you ain't doing nothing. Go write about this shit spilt out on the road out here.
Jeremy,
poor old Jeremy. Jeremy's this far from getting fired. You know what I mean? So we got to find something for him to do until it comes into the month and we can get rid of him.
Jeremy,
so we're going to send Jeremy out there and he's going to write 1,000 words about this red shit spilled on the highway.
He's probably drinking a morning coffee out of a damn baby bottle or something over there because he's been through some stuff. Maybe he has PSTD from he got a computer with bad spell check on it or something in college and he never really processed it. But dude, I can't even
bought a bad Italian burrito from an 11-year-old.
Hey man, we worked hard, okay? I'll say this, some of those driveways were uphill, Trace.
Okay. In Louisiana, they weren't that far uphill.
Okay, you're right. Okay, that part I've slightly made up, but there was some mild elevation in some of the sidewalks, and you know that.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that you have a new single, American Made, that I haven't gotten to hear yet. I'm going to check it out.
Good. Appreciate you preparing for this interview. You unprofessional son of a bitch.
Dude, please put
you
that.
ain't worth a shit. You know, I've had better interviews on a small market radio station in the middle of Nebraska.
Hey, we got some lobster coming in right after this, guys. You have shows coming up. Are you? A lot of these festivals. I love that, man. Do you like being at the festival? It seems like it's a good time because you get to be around other artists.
Yeah, every now and then, you know.
And you got a show at Riley Green coming up. I know that's happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he's doing pretty good.
He's doing all right. We just had him in here, man. It was fun chatting with him. This was actually really great too, though, man. I had a nice time.
Well, thanks. I did too.
Hey, look at that, huh? Dude, that's awesome, man. That makes
This
me
is
feel good.
Me excited. This is what I look like.
Hey, look, man.
This is orgasmic face,
Hey, look.
you know.
Now I know why some of them ladies said, I ain't sticking around through any more of this.
I'm obviously not doing him any good.
Man, Hastings, New England, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Dude, I'm so excited to go up to Wisconsin. I'm going to go we're going to rent some campers.
Cheese curds.
Oh, God, yeah.
I love cheese curds.
Is there a part of the country that surprised you? There's a few for me that have surprised me over the years of just places I've gone, like La Crosse, Wisconsin, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I want to go to Charlevoix, Michigan now, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I thought just little places that I've gone to and have been like, oh wow, this place is really unique, and I never would have got to go. Is there a surprise or two? Clear Lake, Iowa. That's another place.
Why are you just coming up with these random places, man? That's like, wow. I've been to all those places, by the way. Played all those festivals in Wisconsin.
So cool.
In Michigan, yeah. I mean, they throw down in the summer because, you know, it only lasts for like a week. So they get it all in when they can, you know.
Well, yeah, your husband's thawed out. You got to get him out in the yard to do shit.
Yeah. So.
Well, he's thawed out or whatever.
Yeah, I've done all those festivals up there. I think the craziest and most surprising place, I would have to say it's a place that I just played a couple of weeks ago, but it's like the third or fourth time I played there because I love to play there because it's the most unique county fair in America, and that's Neshoba County, Mississippi.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hardy talks about that. People talk about that place. Bring it up because they got the beautiful homes that are all painted up over there, and people rent them out.
Well, they're not homes; they're shacks. But yeah, they're.
Oh, they are.
They're nice. I mean, yeah, you know, but they're very small because they're built on these little lease pieces of land that basically were meant to be where you would set up your vending tent, you know, to sell stuff at the fair like they usually do. You rent this little place and you come there and you set up your tent and sell, you know, turquoise or, you know, funnel cakes or whatever the hell it is you're selling.
Oh, yeah.
But then these people
Handshakes.
started doing these long-term leases on these places and just keeping them in the family for years and years. And so they built these narrow little houses that just go straight up for 3 stories.
Ah.
And
so it's supposed to be wide enough just to sell a funnel cake out of, but then they end up making it so stacking it up and making
they
it a
started
lease.
doing that years ago. I mean, 100 years ago, you know, and so that's what they do. And I mean, this picture right here just doesn't do it justice. I mean, because this fairground is, you know, hundreds of acres, and these things are all over the place, man. It's huge.
I didn't know it. Well, this thing must be calling me because we were just talking about this last week. You know,
With Hardy,
Yeah.
he's from there.
no, with Riley Green, we're just talking about it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he was bringing it up.
Really?
I was just at that UFC event a few weeks ago. Did you watch any of that? You watch any of that?
Mm-mm.
UFC fighting?
The one where Conor McGregor just whatever he did, I don't know what that was.
I felt like he really did get hurt.
Now he was hurt before he got in the ring.
Well, I don't know if he was or not. Some things did. His energy going to the ring did feel suspect. It felt different, and it may be just because he's been 5 years removed. Sometimes it's hard to like show up and fit into a different you from a different time.
I think he was hurt.
You do? He might have been, dude. But God, it just would have been all the people in Ireland were fucking cheering for him, and you're like, God, but you have to show up in the ring because you
He
have
had
to get paid.
do it, but I don't know, man. I think he should have backed out. I think he was hurt.
Damn. I wonder if they'll do a lie detector test on him. You think they will?
I don't know. I just think that's funny. A lie detector test on Conor McGregor.
That'd be crazy, huh?
Yeah.
If they did it.
Yeah.
Because you can't press charge. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know. I've never known.
I know, man. That's the thing everybody loves about you. You hardly ever know what the fuck you're talking about. It's charming.
Thanks, man. Thanks. All right, man. Well, I appreciate.
Bye.
I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate. Oh, Bob Kingsley, is that him?
That's him, Bob Kingsley. Thanks for bringing that up. Oh, man, and I knew him good, too. Bob was a great guy, man. He did that American Country Countdown show for decades, man. And he was the one I'd listen to. If you hurried out of church, if the preacher quit right before noon, you could get out there and hear the number one song, you know. I always tried to get to the truck before Bob, you know, got to number one.
Can you play him? Just play his intro. I want to hear it for a minute, just the beginning of his show. If you're on YouTube, yeah.
Classic.
You know what I just bought? Jerry Clower's suit from when he performed.
Oh, no way.
Just got it. They knew I was a fan of his, and so they sent
I
me.
love Jerry Clower.
Did
man.
you?
Oh, my God, man. We had his albums, and Justin Wilson. You remember Justin Wilson?
Yes, dude. I just got on to Justin Wilson not even too long ago, man.
He was funny, too. He was like the Louisiana Jerry Clower. He was Louisiana's Jerry Clower, you know?
Yeah, I got that red suit right there.
Oh, wow.
I can't even believe it, man. I got it.
love Jerry Clower, man.
I got inside. Oh, dude, he was the best. Still one of the best storytellers ever, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they make them like him anymore.
He talks about playing college football.
Oh, yeah, he
Mississippi
does.
State.
Yazoo City, Mississippi. Marcel Ledbetter.
Marcel.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love listening to Jerry. And there's a lot of great artists like that kind of disappeared just because they didn't have as much.
I wear my overalls the way Marcel wore his.
Do you?
Yeah, with nothing under them, just and the buttons not done together. My wife gets a kick out of it when I wear my overalls, no drawers and nothing under it.
Well, look, I'm just glad you got I'm glad you got a wife that gets a kick out of you, man. You know?
Yeah, well.
I'm glad you do. Yes, right here it says, yes, under Napoleonic law, you can be compensated if you lose a limb. However, there is no fixed price. Huh. Instead of a flat fee, courts and insurance adjusters calculate damages using individualized categories known as heads of loss. I thought it was different. I thought a thumb was $14K, or I thought each body part had a little price attached to it. So
May have back in the day.
yeah, things change, huh? You just got to roll with it.
Yeah, buddy.
That's the only thing you can do. Trace Adkins, man, thanks so much for your time, dude. Thanks for your music. It was nice to get to meet your daughters in the past year or two. I've gotten to see them at a couple of shows. Thanks for always letting me feel welcome at your shows, man. And yeah, thanks for your music, dude. Your stuff got me through some tough times in my life, and it's just been a blessing to witness. The new tour is great. If you guys get to go see them, the 30th anniversary tour, go check it out, and I'll be back out at one.
I'm a fan, man. Thanks, Theo.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
And your mom too. What's up, Peggy? vote for Peggy.
Nobody runs against her anymore.
Well,
She's run unopposed, I think, in the last 2 or 3 elections.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones.